All right, folks, so blockading, banking, and bombing. The end is near. That's the subject of the rift. So last week, Treasury man Scott Bessent unveiled Operation Economic Fury to put maximum financial pressure on the hoodlums running the IRGC. Now, I'd like to give that economic fury some more visibility because I think blockading Iran ports, which will keep the regime out of the money, along with a banking freeze, are two major weapons that will eventually bring the regime to an end. We know the Iranian ports are being successfully blocked, and it won't be long until their revenue dries up. And the IRGC, which is basically a government cartel mafioso business operation, it won't even be able to make payroll in the next couple of weeks, and their retirement plans will go bust. What a shame. Over $400 million of losses on a daily basis can really hurt a company and get your attention. But let's go a step further. These mob thugs all have bank accounts overseas with the money they have extorted and robbed the ordinary citizenry of Iran. Billions and billions are undoubtedly at stake. I say these Iranian bank accounts should be seized. Places like Turkey, the UAE, Qatar, Azerbaijan, Pakistan, I'm sure many others, all of them should hand over the Iranian deposits, and then they could be placed in an escrow account, a special war escrow account in the Treasury Department. You could say freezing the assets is enough, but I don't think so. To me, actual seizure, more comprehensive. And any of these countries who refuse to comply with Operation Economic Fury will be subject to secondary sanctions and tariffs. For example, that means any transactions by these foreign banks with the United States and hopefully its allies, any of them, would be removed from the international SWIFT payments ledger system and would no longer be eligible to undertake financial transactions governed by the New York Fed wire here in the U.S. This would maximize the financial pressure on the Iranian regime. They've been stealing money and looting the Iranian treasury for decades. I'm sure they tried to diversify their international portfolios. And for a long time, they've been getting away with it because they own all these Iranian businesses. And that's one reason they're clinging to power against all odds of losing this war to the U.S. and to Israel. Take a listen now to one of the key points made by Scott Bessent last week.
One of what may prove to be fatal mistakes that the Iranians made was bombing their GCC neighbors, and who are now willing to be much more transparent in terms of the funds.
All right. Scott is right. He's 100% right. I'm just trying to underscore it and draw some attention to it. Look, and it's not only just the oil money. It's the non-oil businesses that the IRGC thugs have taken over throughout the years. Again, Scott Bessent suggested a freeze, which is fine, but frankly, seizure, to me, is more powerful. I think secondary sanctions, still more powerful. Banking seizures, blockading Iranian ports, and if need be, more combat bombing. We're coming to the end game, and that's the rift.